They tried to replace you, but heaven reserved your place. My beloved child, they thought you were easily replaceable. They thought they could take what was yours, copy your light, mimic your energy, and walk in your purpose, but heaven smiled. Because what is divinely assigned cannot be substituted, duplicated, or stolen. You were not chosen by chance, you were chosen by covenant. Your place was not given by people, so it cannot be taken by them. When they tried to remove you, heaven hid you. When they tried to replace you, heaven reserved you. You are not missing from your destiny, you are being positioned for your unveiling. They whispered your name in circles of doubt, pretending you were forgotten, hoping the world would move on without you. But heaven said, not yet. You were not being ignored, you were being preserved. While they scrambled for attention, you were being refined in silence. While they built their image on imitation, heaven was shaping your authenticity. What belongs to you has your spiritual fingerprint on it, no one else can access it, no matter how hard they try. They might sit in your chair for a moment, but when heaven calls your name, that chair will tremble until you return. Because your position is divine, not delegated. Child of destiny, heaven watched as you kept your heart pure while others plotted in secret. You didn't fight back, not because you were weak, but because your spirit knew what their hands could not touch. You felt replaced by those who had louder voices, more attention, and temporary favor. But heaven says tonight, do not mistake delay for denial. When I reserve something, no man can occupy it permanently. They may hold your place, but they cannot carry your anointing. They may wear your title, but they cannot bear your truth. They may stand in your spotlight, but they cannot survive in your purpose. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his armor gleaming with divine light. He speaks with calm authority. Your name is written in heaven's design. No imitation can erase it. The universe itself recognizes your vibration. That is why everything false will eventually fall away. Those who used manipulation to climb will find their ladders breaking. Those who copied your words will lose their meaning. Those who tried to take credit for your vision will watch it crumble in their hands. Heaven is not cruel, heaven is just. And justice always arrives on time, even when it feels late. You were never meant to compete. Your spirit was not created for comparison. Heaven designed you for completion, for the exact role no one else could fill. That is why you often felt out of place, misunderstood, even unseen. You were not made to fit into imitation, you were made to set divine pattern. While they rushed ahead to claim your space, heaven kept you behind to prepare your stage. What is coming will not just return what you lost, it will reveal why you had to lose it. Because what is truly yours carries your frequency, and nothing that doesn't match it can last. My beloved child, do not envy their noise, you carry heaven's note. Do not chase their speed, you carry heaven's timing. They may have arrived early, but you will arrive anointed. Heaven is aligning the world to hear your name again, not through self-promotion, but divine elevation. The silence around you was not absence, it was alignment. The waiting you hated was the season where heaven tested your humility. You passed. And because you stayed faithful when forgotten, heaven will now display you where none can deny you. Archangel Michael whispers, you will not return to take back your place will return to you. The energy that once rejected you will now recognize you. People who overlooked you will begin to feel drawn toward your spirit again, not understanding why. It is because heaven is whispering your name in their hearts. The spotlight they tried to keep you from will now follow you naturally. Your presence will outshine pretense. Your peace will carry more weight than their pride. Heaven is not in a hurry, but when it moves, everything shifts. Beloved, remember this truth: you were not removed, you were relocated. Heaven took you out of the wrong rooms so you could be prepared for the right ones. The rejection you felt was heaven's redirection. The silence you feared was heaven's selection. They thought they were replacing you, but heaven was refining you. They thought they were rising above you, but heaven was resetting the stage beneath you. The crown they tried to wear does not fit their spirit. The calling they tried to copy is too heavy for their hands. The season of imitation is ending, the season of revelation is here. Do not speak revenge, for heaven's justice needs no help. The divine table is being set again, and your name is still on the card. What they thought they stole will be returned, but transformed, multiplied, purified, glorified. You will not recognize the blessing when it comes because it will exceed what you once lost. Heaven says, I am giving you back everything they tried to replace, but this time, it will come without confusion. You will not have to fight for your place. You will not have to explain your worth. You will simply walk in, and everything will align. So lift your head, my beloved. The same crowd that once believed you were done will soon witness divine restoration. They will see how heaven protects what it chooses. They will realize too late that replacing you was never possible. Because what heaven reserves, heaven defends. Your story is about to shift from forgotten to favored, from unseen to undeniable, from almost to anointed. You are the chosen original in a world of copies, the living proof that destiny delayed is not destiny denied. And tonight, heaven whispers softly through Archangel Michael. They tried to replace you, but your place was never vacant, it was sacred. Now rise, beloved. Your seat at the table is waiting, untouched, shining in divine light. My beloved child. Heaven never forgets what belongs to you. The moment they tried to step into your place, a record was written in divine light, temporarily occupied, permanent owner returning soon. You thought you lost something forever, but nothing heaven assigns can be lost, it can only be delayed until it aligns. Every opportunity, every friendship, every open door that slipped away is circling back, refined through time and truth. Heaven does not give back what was stolen in the same form, it multiplies it, coats it in glory, and delivers it at the moment you can carry it without fear. They celebrated too early, thinking they had taken your spot. They mistook silence for surrender. But heaven was not watching idly, it was building a return so divine that imitation would expose itself before your eyes. The applause they chased will fade, the stage they borrowed will crumble, because what was constructed without truth cannot hold weight. You will not need to expose them, time and purity will do it for you. Heaven's justice is elegant, it restores without revenge. Archangel Michael stands to your right, whispering, look forward, not back. Every step you take in faith redraws the map of blessing. As you move, space opens where you were meant to be. The angels are clearing distractions, breaking false connections, burning the counterfeit roots that grew in your absence. You are not walking into an old season, you are entering its divine upgrade. The place they tried to occupy is being rebuilt into something only you can inhabit, not as you were, but as who you have become. Beloved, notice how peace follows you now. That is heaven's signature confirming possession. You don't have to fight to keep what's yours, the vibration of authenticity protects it. What is truly yours will crave your energy the way dawn craves the sun. It cannot rest until you arrive. Every delay, every detour was synchronizing timing, because heaven doesn't give permanent blessings to temporary hearts. You had to heal first. You had to grow. You had to learn the weight of divine responsibility. And now that you carry it with humility, heaven can return everything in fullness. Do you feel that quiet stirring? That is your name being spoken again in rooms of opportunity. Projects that once ignored you are reconsidering. People who once doubted you are dreaming of reconnecting. Doors that stayed shut for years are creaking open because the rightful owner is approaching. Archangel Michael lifts his sword and traces your name across the air, sealing it in light, restoration activated. In the unseen realm, every resource, ally, and moment meant for you begins to move. Heaven's math defies logic. You lost one chance, you gained 7 better. You lost one connection, you receive a circle of divine allies. You lost a season, you inherit an era. That is the interest heaven pays on endurance. While they built castles of imitation, you were building foundations of faith. Now the winds are shifting, and their castles are crumbling while your roots remain. You are not returning to prove them wrong, you are rising to prove heaven right. Child of destiny, the replacements are revealing themselves. Some who copied you will confess. Others will fade without explanation. Do not gloat, simply bow your head in gratitude. Their attempts were necessary to highlight your authenticity. A copy only proves the value of the original. When heaven reserved your place, it also reserved the lessons that make you wise enough to protect it this time. The next doors you walk through will not open by chance but by covenant. You will enter prepared, poised, peaceful. Archangel Michael says, when you step into your reserved place, carry no bitterness, carry blessing. The people who once underestimated you will watch you lead with grace. That contrast is heaven's glory. Your success will not humiliate them, it will awaken them. That is how heaven multiplies light, not through revenge, but revelation. The same mouths that spoke against you will speak your testimony. The same energy that blocked you will now build you. Beloved, you may wonder if you are ready for the magnitude of what's returning. You are. The waiting reshaped you into someone who values substance over spotlight, purpose over popularity. You no longer crave to be seen, you crave to serve. That posture makes you unstoppable. Heaven's greatest favor rests on those who know how to handle it quietly. Your influence will expand without noise. People will feel your presence before you speak, because your energy now carries divine confirmation. Soon, invitations will arrive that feel familiar yet elevated. You'll recognize the pattern but not the pressure. That's how you'll know it's heaven. Peace will accompany opportunity. You won't have to chase it, it will pursue you. The seat they tried to fill has been redesigned in your size. When you sit this time, it will not squeak under insecurity, it will stand firm under grace. You will rule not from ego but from empathy. Archangel Michael raises his sword to the sky, sparks raining down like golden rain. It is time, he declares. The replacement season ends. The restoration season begins. Lightning of light, not destruction, flashes through the heavens, engraving your purpose once more into the timeline of creation. The sound echoes, reserved, eternal. Beloved, breathe this in. You are not coming back as who you were, you are returning as who you were always meant to be. The universe will recognize the shift. Energy will move out of your way. Heaven's spotlight is subtle yet undeniable, it doesn't blind, it reveals. You will step forward, and everything false will step aside. That is not arrogance, it is alignment. So walk boldly, my beloved. Your place is calling, not from memory but from prophecy. You were never late. You were never forgotten. You were simply being prepared for permanence. When you arrive, stay humble, stay holy, stay human, for that is the strength heaven loves most. And as the angels surround you, their chorus rises. What was taken is returned. What was lost is restored. What was replaced is redeemed. They tried to replace you, but heaven never handed over the keys. The door opens now, and it bears only one name, yours. My beloved child, the moment heaven returned what was yours, the reason for every delay began to unfold. You now stand on ground purified by patience. The seat that once felt like loss has become a throne of learning. Heaven never rebuilds simply to display strength, it rebuilds to distribute purpose. Everything you endured has matured you into a vessel that can carry the weight of influence without losing the humility of faith. You were never meant to rise for recognition, you were meant to rise for revelation. Archangel Michael walks beside you, the air around him shimmering with calm authority. Now that you have your place back, he says, use it to lift others. The true mark of restoration is not possession, but purpose. Heaven didn't just defend your position, it prepared you to transform it. The platform once stolen is now sacred territory where others will find healing through your voice. You are no longer the one waiting to be chosen, you are the one heaven sends. Beloved, notice how different the energy feels now. The same space that used to echo with comparison now hums with compassion. The stage that once demanded performance now welcomes authenticity. You have outgrown the need to prove, you exist to pour. Every lesson from the wilderness is oil in your hands, oil that anoints those who still feel unworthy, unseen, or replaced. When you speak, wounded hearts will recognize your frequency. They will feel safe because your words were born from survival, not theory. This is why heaven had to hide you. If you had received your platform earlier, pride might have diluted purpose. But the breaking cleansed your motives. You no longer seek applause, you seek alignment. And because your heart is pure, your influence will be permanent. The same people who once imitated you will now be inspired by you, for imitation dies but inspiration multiplies. Heaven redeems even the counterfeit by turning it into catalyst. Archangel Michael raises his sword to the sky, a single line of light extends outward, touching unseen souls across the world. Your story has become signal, he says. In distant hearts, people who never knew you will feel sudden courage, sudden calm, sudden faith, because the energy of divine restoration travels faster than words. You do not need to reach millions, heaven will let your vibration do it. That is how spiritual resonance works. One healed soul becomes a lighthouse for thousands still lost at sea. Child of destiny, you may notice new doors opening again, not all will be yours. Discernment is now your compass. Every opportunity will call your name, but only peace confirms your assignment. If peace is missing, decline gracefully, your strength is in knowing when not to sit where heaven didn't place you. Guard your seat as sacred. It is no longer just a position, it is a portal. From it, heaven releases solutions through you. Your creativity will heal confusion, your kindness will disarm cruelty, your consistency will dismantle chaos. You have become a living ministry without walls. Beloved, the replacements who once mocked your waiting will watch you working with grace that cannot be faked. Some will repent, some will vanish, but all will witness. Do not return bitterness for curiosity, let your peace preach louder than pride. When they ask, "How did you get it all back?" smile and say, "I never lost it, heaven just held it for me until I was ready." That humility will open more gates than ambition ever could. At night, when doubts whisper again, look up. The stars that once seemed silent now blink in rhythm with your heartbeat. Each one is a reminder that heaven keeps every promise. You were not overlooked, you were out of sight while being rebuilt. And now the entire cosmos witnesses your return. The throne you occupy is not made of gold or titles, it is made of peace. That is the true reserved place, the inner calm that no replacement can counterfeit. Archangel Michael leans closer and speaks the final truth of this chapter. The world tried to measure your worth by visibility. Heaven measures it by vibration. Your light is louder than any announcement. Every time you choose love over fear, the heavens expand. Every time you forgive, the universe exhales relief. That is the real power of a soul restored, quiet, steady, unstoppable. And the angels sing softly across eternity. What was reserved is restored. What was hidden is honored. What was delayed is divine. My beloved child, breathe now. The journey has come full circle. The tears that once watered your silence have become the fragrance of your victory. Heaven's promise stands fulfilled, nothing stolen, nothing missing, nothing wasted. You are sitting in the very space they said you'd never see again, yet it feels different now, softer, lighter, sacred. That is how you know it's real. You are not the same soul who left this seat, you returned refined by the fire that tried to erase you. Archangel Michael steps forward through light that hums like music. He bows his head slightly, not because you are above him, but because your obedience honored heaven. Rest now, he says. The reservation has been fulfilled. In that instant, everything tight within you unclenches. The memories that once carried sting dissolve into gratitude. Even the faces of those who tried to replace you fade into forgiveness. You understand now, they were never enemies, only instruments. Their betrayal built the bridge you just crossed. Beloved, this peace you feel is not temporary, it is inheritance. You will not lose it again. From this stillness, new visions will rise, pure, unhurried, heaven guided. You no longer chase purpose, purpose flows through you. The light around you expands quietly, touching homes, hearts, timelines you may never see. That is the miracle of divine influence, effortless, endless. You became what heaven intended all along, a sanctuary in motion. Archangel Michael lifts his sword one final time, tracing a circle of gold around you. This seal, he declares, cannot be broken by time, man, or fear. The glow settles into your spirit like sunrise poured into glass. Every echo of doubt bows out of existence. Every future step already shines with guidance. Heaven's message is complete, yet its echo will follow you into every dawn. So walk in peace, my beloved. Forgive freely, love deeply, serve quietly. When the world grows loud, return to this silence, the sacred place where you remembered who you are. They tried to replace you, but heaven never moved your name from the scroll. You were never missing, you were maturing. Now your time has come, your place is restored, your crown fits perfectly. And heaven whispers one last time. The seat is yours, the storm is over, and the story is sealed in light.